What's going on, YouTube? We're back to another fucking week. Not a whole lot going on this weekend, but basically it seems like from my weekend recap that I hit, we're still getting some new details on assassination attempt. We got Kamala running for president, pretty much locked in. It seems like they're not gonna do anything special with like open primary or anything like that, or the convention. They're not gonna change it. They're rolling with her, and we've basically, I guess, went full circle on political insults. I guess all my Twitter feed basically this entire weekend was each side calling each other's candidates weird, which is odd, like saying they're just weird people. Which, like I said, it's like full circle, because I feel like we were at a point where, like, that was like maybe the 80s, like they were weird. Like that was the worst insult. They didn't really go farther than that. I don't know. I'm just making this up off the top of my head, but I mean, it's progressively getting worse. So they were like weird, and then I don't know, in like the 90s maybe, like it like would come out that you were gay, and that was some kind of insult, so they would try to do that. And now we've late 2000s, 2010 is like you're racist, and then we've peaked out at like pedophile, and now we're somehow back at weird again, which is, like I said, a weird de-escalation if that's the way we're going to go, which, I mean, fine by me, whatever. Weird. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's basically just each side champions their candidate while saying the other person is a weird person. Like, which is also in itself weird, because they're going and they're like pitting Kamala Harris up against J.D. Vance for some reason. It's like, who gives a fuck about J.D. Vance, really? Like, he's the vice presidential candidate. Nobody really gives a shit about the vice presidential candidate. Ask Kamala. Nobody's paying attention to your ass. Nobody cares. Until you're the presidential candidate, nobody cares. But you got the right saying Kamala's weird, which I really do agree with. Like, does it matter, though? I don't think so. Like, who gives it? Like I said, who cares? And then the left saying J.D. Vance is weird, which I also agree with. They're fucking weird. Like, I don't know. You got the lefties on Twitter being like, J.D. Vance a weirdo. I don't know. There's something about him fucking his couch or something over the weekend. I don't understand. I didn't have time to look into that. I don't care. I couldn't care less about what the fuck they're doing. I don't know. Yes, he's a weird motherfucker. Kamala Harris is a weird motherfucker. Anybody involved at that level of politics is all weird. They're all weird. You're not going to find normal people there. It's just not a thing that's going to happen. The sooner everyone realizes that, the better. Like I said, that's why I don't understand why we're going after each other for being weird people. Like, what, because Kamala laughs? Yes, it's odd. It's unsettling. They're not personable people. Like, I don't know what you thought was going to happen. I mean, people, I think, generally, like, obviously the left hates Trump, so whatever, I'll give you that. Before Trump was running for president, everybody liked him in the general thing because he was just a celebrity. Not very many people, like, hate celebrities for just any reason. So, like, he was just a TV guy, and most people, I would say, liked him. Like, if you could have had a poll on his popularity before he ran for president, I'm gonna assume it's pretty high. As soon as you disagree with these people politically, like, obviously they're going to dislike you one way or the other, left or right, doesn't matter. So that's obvious. So people liked him before, so I don't know, maybe that's why they're not calling him weird. He's also weird. Like, he's just like a billionaire businessman, ex-president. Like, I don't know. He's not going to... He seems personable, like, but it's all a fake persona, in my opinion, for the most part. Like, obviously they're not going to treat you like shit on camera. Like, why would they do that? I've heard stories about Trump being nice and stuff. It's like, yes, great. I mean, you should be nice all the time. Everybody should be nice. That's fantastic. It's like he gives people money. It's like, yes, he's a billionaire. If I was a billionaire, I'd be fucking throwing cash at people as I walk down the street. Like, what does it matter? I don't know. Great for him. That's great. Granted, not what we're talking about, but Kamala, they're saying she's weird because she laughs weird, and she comes up with weird euphemisms, and she loves Venn diagrams and whatever else the fuck she does. The coconut tree clip, if you haven't watched that, I mean, it's just dumb shit. Like, she's just weird. She's socially awkward, I would say, probably is more of it than anything. Like, just weird. These are like overeducated nerds, like all of them. I think Trump is one of the first people that kind of doesn't fall into that. Maybe what, JFK? I wasn't alive. I don't know. J.D. Vance went to Yale. I don't know where Kamala went. I'm sure she went somewhere out in California, if that's where she's from. Some high-level, expensive-ass school her parents were professors. These are weird people. They're nerds. That's fine. Nothing wrong with being a nerd. In some ways, I think I'm a nerd myself, but I'm just saying, like, they're antisocial weirdos for the most part. I don't know how you're supposed to identify with them. They're not like you, because they're obviously not. They're vice presidential candidates. It's hard. I don't know. They try to pitch this whole thing of, like, the candidates being like somebody you'd want to sit down and have a beer with or whatever the fuck. I don't want to sit down and have a beer with fucking any of these people ever. Ever. I don't give a shit about anything. I got friends. Why the fuck do I need to sit down and have a beer with my politician? I don't give a fuck. Yes, relatable, I guess, but come on, man. Like, it's never going to happen. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. They're going after JD because he's weird. He looks kind of weird. I don't know. They're trying to tear him apart over him calling all single older women cat ladies or some shit like that. Like, it's just weak. It's just weak stuff. Who really gives a fuck? Like I said. And overall, I don't think it'll have much impact. But it's nice to at least see we're going for weird and calling them basically weirdos instead of calling everybody a pedophile. But I'm sure we'll get full circle on that. We'll come back. We'll start calling them pedophiles again, I think, towards the end. Right before the election, we'll probably make it back to pedophile as the top tier insult. But speaking of weird shit, otherwise, I think the only other big news where people are getting all in a huff about the Olympics open ceremony. In full disclosure, I did not watch it. I've seen clips. I don't care to watch it. I couldn't care less about what the fucking Olympic opening ceremony is. But you got people on the right of Twitter, like the conservative and the religious people, being like they're mocking Christianity and what. It's the French, dude. They're weird. I don't know what you want. Like, they're not like you as an American. If you're an American getting pissed off at what the French are doing, they're weird. They're French. They're doing French shit. That's what they do. They've always done that. It's like weird cultural shit. Their culture is not like ours at all. Their country's been around for fucking thousands of years. I don't know how old France is. What fucking 1,000 years old as actual France? I don't know. As France, the big country, I mean, at least a couple hundred more than the United States has. So they have a whole different view of what they're doing with their culture. They're French. Let them be French. Who gives a fuck what they're doing? It's the Olympics. I don't know who has time to sit down and watch the fucking opening ceremony for the Olympics anyway. And basically the left side is like, oh, look at these people getting all pissed off about it. And in this case, I just like I said, I don't really care, but I think they're kind of right in this one. It's like, why are you worrying about the French Olympic open ceremony, man? Like, who gives a fuck what they're doing? If it was in America and we did it, I guess maybe then you can be mad. Like, let the French conservative people be mad. Let them be mad about it. Whatever. They're saying it's satanic and shit, and like I said, mocking Christianity, and there's a bunch of fucking drag queens dancing around on the stage. I don't care. I don't care. If you're an athlete in the Olympics and you don't like that, go ahead, speak your mind, go ahead. But if you're just a regular person watching the Olympics, watch something else. Who gives a shit about the Olympics anyways? I watched one event, and I watched the United States absolutely lay the fucking smackdown on Serbia's ass in basketball. Love to see it. Go USA. Fucking bring home a bunch of gold medals and then tell the French to fuck off. Who cares what they're doing over there? Yeah, they have this big opening ceremony and then they don't win shit. Let them do that. I don't care. I would be much more concerned about the United States going and just repping how good we are in the general realm of competition in sports. Let's just do that, focus on that, get some golds, come back. And the biggest clip I've seen is like, I don't know if you guys have watched it or not, but it was like the Bastille or whatever, the big prison that's on the water. Their heavy metal band named Gojira, which is, I figured that's what it was, but I guess it's just they just named themselves Godzilla, like the Japanese way they say it, Gojira, whatever the fuck, how they say it in a movie when they fucking point and yell at them or whatever. Austin Powers movie, I think, is how that's what I thought of when I heard it. But they're like a heavy metal band or like whatever, a rock, some kind of like death metal band or some shit, whatever, who cares? And they put on a cool fire show in front of the old prison, and it's like people are getting their panties in a twist about it because it's satanic, because the girl was like decapitated or whatever. One, they're speaking French, so I don't know what the fuck they're saying, so I don't care. But two, it looked cool. I don't know, I don't really like that kind of music that much, but it looks sweet. it's a metal band. What do you think it was going to look like? Like, I don't know. We have American bands that do the same shit. Nobody gets, just because it's the Olympics, I guess people are getting all worried about it. But like, again, it's the French. What do you want? I don't know what you want. That's what they're going to be doing. Weird shit. It looked cool. The Bastille's cool. I don't know. I'm sure they fucking, how many people they kill in that prison? You worried about that? Like, nobody, I mean, what's it matter? They fucking had fire shooting out and a girl in red with her head decapitated. Like, whatever. Are your kids watching the Olympics and being scarred by the Olympic opening ceremony? Whatever. I'll give them the pale horse thing on the river. That was a little weird. I don't know what that was about. That was odd. Good biblical reference if that's what they were going for, but supposedly they said that's not what they were aiming for. Like I said, doesn't matter. In the grand scheme, political shit is like on the very far end of my spectrum of shit I can bother to care about, just because it's like, if it actually impacts me, obviously I'll care. Olympic opening ceremony is like maybe like 3 lanes over, like the fast lane over there. That's where that's at in my mind. Like, I just don't care about that at all. Wouldn't even think about it if I didn't see it on Twitter. I didn't even know the Olympics were starting. I like the Olympics in general. Like, obviously sports are sweet. I think sports are cool. Track and field's where it's at. I feel like if I'm watching Olympic shit, I'm checking out track and field. Maybe a little swimming, some gymnastics. They're fucking impressive as all hell, but opening ceremony, not really. China did a cool one when they all banged on the drums from the South Park episode, if you know what I'm talking about. But you guys have to let me know. Do you care what the fuck happens at the Olympic opening ceremonies, or that they're weird? They're doing weird shit at the Olympic opening ceremony. Doing weird shit everywhere. Our politicians are weird. The Olympics are weird. You're fucking weird. I'm weird. Who gives a shit? Doesn't matter. Catch you guys tomorrow.